Thanks for watching Numbskull News, and today I'm going to talk about how the Big 12 did in the draft. They killed it. They were badass in the draft this year. And I got some info. That's right, I'm going to give you a little Rush Limbaugh action. So I got this paper here with all the info I need for this damn video to kind of show y'all how well the Big 12 did. And I have it in my currently nicotine stained hands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break down this damn draft, all 7 rounds. It won't take that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the Big 12 with the Pac-12 and the ACC. You already know the SEC killed it. You know, they ruled the draft with 62 players drafted. Big 10, 55. No one else really got close. So we know how that works. But my contention for a long time has been the Big 12 is the 3rd best conference in the league, the 3rd biggest conference. Well, this piece of paper is just another piece of evidence to validate that point. So, this is how we're going to do it. The Big 12, I'm not going to count any players drafted by Texas or Oklahoma. Pac-12, you're not going to get any credit for USC or UCLA. And the ACC, I'm not going to give you any credit for Clemson or Florida State or Miami, because all 3 of those teams are going to be gone. I'm going to give you credit for UNC and Virginia, because I don't know about those squads. So I'm going to give you that credit. And by the way, UNC did pretty damn well in the draft. They didn't do badly at all. So, having said that, let's bust it down. Round 1, Big 12, 4 players drafted, including that big dog from Texas Tech. I think he went number 7 to the Raiders. That's pretty cool, right? Red Raiders to the Raiders. That's awesome. Pac-12, 2 players. 1 from Oregon, 1 from Utah. Shocker. ACC also 2 players in the first round. By my count, that's twice as many players than the other 2 conferences. Round 1 goes to the Big 12. Round 2. Big 12 got 2 players drafted. Not as good. Better than the Pac-12 with 1. 1? That's all you can manage? Okay, 1. ACC, also 2. So that's a tie with the Big 12 and the ACC. Round 3. Big 12 got 4 players drafted. Again, in round 3. Pac-12, a little better, got 3 teams. ACC, 4. Big 12, ACC, tie yet again. Round 4. Big 12 got 5 players drafted. Pac-12, back down to 2. And by the way, both those guys are from Utah. So good job, Utah. ACC got 3. So by my easy math, 5 is bigger than 3. Big 12 wins round 4. Round 5. Big 12 gets 4 players again. Pac-12 back up to 3. ACC got 4. So again, a tie with the ACC in round 5. Round 6. Big 12 got 6 players drafted in round 6. Pac-12, 3 yet again. And tied with the ACC at 3. So round 6 goes to the Big 12. Round 7. Big 12 gets 4. The Pac-12, finally above 3, got 5 players in round 7. ACC, 4. So Pac-12 wins a round. So the grand total, without those blue bloods in those conferences, Pac-12 comes in last at 19 players drafted. ACC comes in second with 22 players drafted. And the Big 12 get 29. Now, I didn't mention this before. I totally forgot to. But I also included BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF because they are coming into the Big 12. They are part of the new Big 12. So that's not bullshit. They're in the conference. I'm counting their damn draft picks. And by the way, Cincinnati had 9 players drafted this year. Good Lord, Cincinnati. So as I'm looking at this, the Big 12 won 3 of those rounds, including the first round. The Pac-12 won 1 round, the 7th round, and the ACC won no rounds. They tied a few times, and that was it. So that's just further evidence to show you that the Big 12 is the 3rd biggest conference. So by basically any metrics you want to use, we usually come out on top. And by the way, in case you want to piss and moan about, oh, you included the 4 schools coming into the Big 12. Well, the Pac-12 could have added schools by now. They could have. They could have added San Diego State. They could have added SMU. They could have added, whoever. Fresno State, Boise State, Tulane. Tulane got several players drafted. It would have helped you in this little exercise if you would have actually got off y'all's dead asses and brought some more G5 teams in. Help you out. In ACC, you're just fucked. You're not in a good spot. However, you still did better than the Pac-12. Although I have to say, I'm only using 10 teams and 12 teams from the ACC and 12 teams from the Big 12. So, the Pac-12 did have a handicap there, but it's a handicap of their own making. They decided they didn't want to pay to bring in G5 schools. That's the bottom line. They're a little cheap about it. So you get what you get. You get to win round 7. Congrats. But let that illustrate to you guys that these 4 new teams coming in, all right, Cincinnati, like I said, Cincinnati, hell of a draft, 9 players. BYU had multiple players. I didn't count them up, but I noticed them often. And there's a round or 2 in there. They had 2 each. So they killed it. Houston had multiple players drafted. I don't know about UCF. I can't remember. I went through every round, looked at everything. I don't remember seeing UCF, but maybe they were in there. But I will say this for the 19 that the Pac-12 got. Cal had someone drafted from Cal. How in the fuck did that happen? Multiple players from Stanford. How did that happen? I mean, you got to give them some credit. Got to give them a little bit of credit for that. I got to go on a bit of a rant here because, yeah, the Big 12 did win, the conference battle between them and the Pac-12 and the ACC. And that's the crux of the video. But I do have a freaking rant about my Cowboys. I think they had a decent draft. Mozzie Smith, first round, no problem with it. We need a run stopper, you got a run stopper. However, seventh round, and there he is, the quarterback from the TCU Horned Frogs, Max Duggan, sitting right there for your ass. All right, you traded up for a 6th-round corner. You tell me you can't trade your 7th and get up there a little bit and get Max Duggan? I mean, it's not like we have Troy Aikman as the backup to Dak Prescott. We got whatever back there. All right, I know he's won some games for you last year and all that shit. But damn, what's wrong with a little bit of competition? Max Duggan has got an incredible heart. He just has that drive to play. It's something you can't coach and you can't teach. He has that. I know he's not the most talented guy. Obviously, he was drafted in the 7th round by San Diego. I get that. But the man has whatever that is, that drive, that heart. He has it. This is a guy who put a team on his back multiple times throughout the season and in the postseason to get that team to a national championship game. And you mean to tell me, because look, I don't mind who the Cowboys drafted in the 6th round. I'm not saying take Max Duggan in the 6th round. All right, I love that they got the running back from Kansas State. It's a great story. Plus, he's a fantastic player. He's going to do very well for the Dallas Cowboys. But you got a quarterback in Dak Prescott. All right, he's a walking mass unit. He's always hurt right now. Plus, he's leading the league in interceptions with missing 5 games. And you still lead the league in interceptions. Plus, his contract's coming up. You think he's going to take less money? You think he's going to take anything less than a substantial raise from where he's at right now? And right now, where's he at? $40 million a year on average? You think he's going to take less than that? Hell no, he's not going to take less than that. He's going to gut you for everything you're worth. So you might want to try to draft somebody, build them up a little bit, see what you got, see if there's an option. But no, you let San Diego have him, and all they're going to do is use him as a backup. You're going to see him in the preseason, and that's it. That's it. If he happens to fill in during the regular season and have a little bit of success, maybe there's a chance they trade him one day. Because I do think Max Duggan is going to be in the NFL for a while. I think he's just destined to do it. Whether that's a backup or he finally gets an opportunity as a starter, he's going to have a nice career in the NFL. I'm not saying Hall of Fame. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying Super Bowl titles. I'm not saying any of that shit. MVPs, no. All I'm saying is he's going to get in there. He's going to make a little noise, a little ruckus, and he's going to have a nice career. And by the way, he could actually turn out to be the next Dak Prescott. It's not like Dak is ultra talented. It's not like he has a big rocket arm. He's not like, he's the most accurate quarterback of all time. It's not like he has, great runs. He's not a great runner. He's kind of mediocre in everything. And there's times where he can step up and make some great plays. If you have an offensive line, if you have a run game, if you have a defense, if you have. That's Dak. Max Duggan's a lot cheaper. And I guarantee you, there's a chance he gets to Dak's level. So, to me, that's a big miss for my Dallas Cowboys. Dumb shit. What do you take in the 7th round? A receiver. Like that dude is going to... Look, if he makes the team, I will apologize. If he makes the team and does anything this year, I'll apologize. If he's on the team next year, I'll apologize. Is there a chance this dude makes it out of training camp? I don't think so. Maybe practice squad. Maybe. Anyway, there's my Cowboy rant on the end of my Big 12 gloating. But had to do it. Damn it. At least there's one team in the Metroplex. There's one team in the Metroplex that plays for titles in this motherfucker. And it ain't Dallas. It ain't the Cowboys. It's the Horned Frogs. So thank God I got a team to root for. Anyway. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be back with some other crap later. Bye.